Hi, and welcome to this conversation on the Business Plus with me, Rachel Kahugu. Now, today we are going to the tech world because the world is slowly becoming a global village and we need to know how to work with technology and also make money using technology. That's why today we have the CEO of HPASS, even as he shows us all the work he has done here at Hillcoats. Now, let's learn and make money with technology because business is more than meat, the eye. Hello.
Hello, Rachel.
How are you doing?
Great, thank you.
Karibu sana to this show.
Asante sana.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Francis Njue, and I'm the founder and CEO of HPASS Global.
All right.
So HPASS is an identity and access management solution, the first cloud-based solution that we have in the country. So what we do is we normally facilitate access to places, whether it's your office for your employees, whether it's checking in for your guests when they are coming to your conference, or they are just entering into buildings or even gated communities. That is basically what we do.
So you're facilitating access using technology?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes.
All right. So how did HPASS come across? Why did you even come up with such an idea?
Wow, it's an interesting question that you've asked. I was going to meet the CS Balala, the Minister of Tourism, and then I got late for 25 minutes because I had to go through a manual registration at the entrance, and in that building you have to register like 3 times. And then you're registering yourself and also you're registering your gadgets like laptops.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I'm getting late because of a manual system. So then something must be done. And then after a while, when I went back there, now I met him, then I was like, how many people get late because of these processes? So I started thinking about it and I was like, okay, why can't I do something? And that is how HPASS was born.
So just like that, you decided, now let me make something automatic and I won't have to get late for 25 minutes.
Exactly.
All right, that's interesting.
Thank you.
Now, for how long has this company been functional?
Well, the idea was born in 2019. That is when I started, putting up the idea together. There was a lot of back and forth in terms of thinking. I really wanted something that would really work seamlessly. So it took me like a whole 4 or 5 months, I think, to just think through the idea.
4 to 5 months?
Yes, before even sharing with anyone. I was writing, scribbling things down, drawing sketches on how it would work. Then I shared now with my first person that I shared with, who is now currently our CTO, Chief Technology Officer. And I wanted him to walk me through the process so that we can now look at the entire infrastructure of how to work about it. So 2020 actually is when we started now the actual development. 2020 in February. So then COVID happened, so we had to slow a little bit. Then again we accelerated. But in 2021 January, we were ready to pilot.
All right, so where was the first pilot?
We did the first pilot at Polos Hotel in Nakuru. And we also now, Hillcoats was the second place where we piloted.
So where we are right now.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll be looking at something here at Hillcoats.
Yeah, sure.
But meanwhile, I'd love to know what else do you major in here at HPASS?
Well, HPASS, as I mentioned, is an identity and access management solution. So what you've done right now is just to start with the basic of access, just introducing the access.
All right.
But now HPASS will, the program that we have is now to ensure that HPASS becomes a KYC, know your customer product. So that if
know your customer.
Yes, as KYC. So when you're going to like a bank, you want to open a bank account, you can open a bank account remotely. When you want to do things like identifying, registering into a platform, you can use HPASS as a KYC. So that is now the direction we're planning to take. Of course, we do a lot of consultancy for people who want to come up with ideas on how to do technology stuff.
Yeah.
So we normally help them to do that on a consultancy basis.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
So for such a company, it's more of technology.
Yeah.
What was your startup capital?
Wow. Interesting. I don't think we had money when we started.
You just started without a capital. How is that even possible?
We didn't have money. I have a philosophy that money follows ideas.
Oh, money follows ideas.
Yes. So I knew this great idea. When we sat down and looked at the maths of how much would require to come up with the whole thing, it was coming to around 3.5 million Kenya shillings.
Wow.
Of course, we didn't have that kind of money.
Yes.
But there's something we call bootstrapping, where you use the small money you have to do one thing, and then the next money you have, you get to do something else. And that is when we started. So the first thing we did was just to register the domain, which costed around 15,000. Register the domain and just secure a hosting. That was the first thing we did.
Wow.
And then we started creating the system. Luckily, we have a do-it-yourself kind of a formula in HPASS, where I am doing part of it, and then our CTO is also doing part of it. Okay. So we had an easy start because we could just deploy the skills to do. But of course, being a serious infrastructure system, we needed other talent. So now we had to get some money to pay the people that we were bringing on board, especially on now creating the app of HPASS. And it worked well.
All right.
Yeah.
So how many people are you working with currently?
Currently we have 4 people that are fully into it.
All right.
And that is minus the directors. We have 3 directors, and now 4 people that we are working with. Apparently majority of them are tech people, because
clearly
and this is a time now, because now we are fully going to the market. We are now looking at hiring marketers and getting into partnership with companies. So we will definitely recruit quite a number of people as we move on.
All right. So you've mentioned something about registration.
Yes.
What does it mean you registered the company? Like, are there any, or a body that governs this kind of job?
Well, first things first, you have to be a legal entity where you go through the normal business registration process. I think for us it took around 1 week to have the companies ready, with directors and everything. Now register for KRI, the PIN certificate for the company. And then now, after that, you now start engaging with other bodies that do this. Apparently, we don't have like an association that really takes care of identity and access management solution. But we have now the Data Protection Commissioner, who is now guiding how data is processed, how data is managed. So we are fully now into working with the Data Protection Commission. The moment they start issuing things to do with the certificate for data controller and data processors, definitely we will be the first people. We've already done a letter for them, to them to request for that. So immediately they are set, we're good to go.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
All right. So you mentioned something about making QR codes.
Yes.
Do you mind explaining that just a bit? You told me that you've done that for Hillcoats.
Yes.
All right. I want you to explain just something small about QR codes.
Yes.
I also want to talk to the manager to know how the QR codes are doing here at Hillcoats. Ndio tukue na experience from mtu mmoja mwenye umetengenezea.
That's okay.
Yes.
Now, HPASS is an identity and access management solution.
Okay.
So this the identity part. So QR code is an identity. So that QR code you see is an identity. So we do develop an identity for an entity like a hotel like this one.
All right.
So when you create a QR code and you generate a unique QR code for Hillcoat, that QR code is specifically for Hillcoat. It carries the information and everything for Hillcoat. So it's basically QR code is a quick response.
Quick response.
So quick response, it means QR code.
Explains the being late for 25 minutes.
Yeah. So when you register a place like Hillcourt, it generates for the system automatically generates for you a unique QR code for Hillcourt. So you've created an infrastructure where the system just generates automatically a unique QR code for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and that one you don't need technical skills. You just need to come, put in your details for the property, and then once you are done putting the details, the system just generates a QR code, and it will be unique from any other place that you'll visit.
Itakuwa unique, itakuwa yako peke yako, and it has all the information that you need.
Exactly.
All right. So let's meet the manager. I explain now how it works for them.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
My name is Jeremiah. I am the manager of Hillcourt.
Wow.
Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. So my name is Rachel Kahugu.
Yes.
I've just been talking to Francis, and he mentioned something about the QR codes.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here.
Karibu sana.
Thank you.
HPASS Global. Yes.
So he has told me that he made some QR codes for you.
Yes.
For Hillcourt.
Yeah.
All right. So how does that work?
We have about 2 QR code that for check-in, contactless check-in, whereby you just only scan the QR code. Your information will be able to be captured easily, and we'll be able to see in our computers, and all the necessary detail that we want will be captured at once.
So the moment I just scan every information, reflects here.
Every information will be shown immediately.
Immediately. So it's very fast.
Very fast.
All right. So it's not for visitors, employees as well?
We do for visitors, especially for checking in rooms. It's just only you allocate room, and then we use the other machines, or maybe other softwares, maybe to bill. And also we have for staff, where it helps in HR part. We know exactly the list of staff, or the number of staff that we have in the facility. It also shows, or maybe when they scan on their first, when they are coming in, you'll be able to see so and so has come in already.
For checking in
once,
and checking out.
Every staff check in, you'll be able to also to see who has already come in the building.
So you also know when the staffs are not there, you know how many people are present.
Yes.
Okay, that's beautiful.
So you just only go to the report check, and then you confirm who and who are around and who was absent.
Can you just maybe show us how it works on your computer?
Yes. So for staff, you go only and manage. You manage the staff, so you'll be able to see the list of staff. Yes, so you'll be able to see the list of staff, the name. You'll be having the name, the first name, the second name, and then the gender, the ID number, phone number, and the department.
Also, it also shows the department the staff is
the
working.
department.
So in short, it like has all the
information about the staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
For how long have you been using the QR codes?
We started using it during the time of COVID. Yes, because we had so many encounters where we were not supposed to charge anything. So even paperwork, we were not doing paperwork. So it really helped us.
Handy.
Yes.
Okay.
So we were able to, Francis came up with that. He really sell it to us, and it really helped us because in terms of check-in, so it was contactless. Staff, normal check-in because we have machines, other machines for checking in, and also for menus, whereby...
So you also have your menus on the QR
Yes, we have our menus in the QR, whereby you can be able to see that we have written the tavern launch menu. So you only be able to see if our guests have already the QR code, or maybe they have downloaded the app, so you'll be able to see our menu
also you just
on your phone.
scan.
So you just only scan, and then you'll be able to see what we have. So it's also very fast. Because you just only scan, you see what you want, you tell the waiter, this is what I want, accompanying this and this. Yeah, so it will be very fast to take either an order. Yeah, and also these ones, the guests can also find in our tables, so you cannot again call for any other menu. So
you already have it everywhere.
You have it in the table.
Okay, so apart from being fast, which other advantage does it have compared to the times you were using the manual way?
Also earlier we used to have the booklets whereby you welcome the guest, you sit down, you go for the menu. So nowadays it is very easy because you can just enter into a restaurant and you can be able to find the menu directly on the table. So it is easy, and also we encourage other people or maybe other facilities that doesn't use this app also to take up from there and use it as a fast and efficient way of maybe doing their things as at the moment.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's very educative, and by the way, if you're out there, this is a very, very, very good way of making things fast. Cynthia, thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you too.
All right, see you next time. Let me get back to Francis.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to take you through 7 things you need to consider when you're venturing into technology business. Number 1, the idea. You need to have an idea. You need to look at the solution, the problem, and create a solution for that idea. You need to look at the market. Consider the market that you're looking at and how big the market is or how small the market is, and that will guide you on shaping your idea. Number 2, the strategy. How are you going to implement your idea? What are you going to do differently? What are you going to do to ensure that your idea will scale very fast and you'll be able to implement it quite fast with the least amount of money possible? That is the strategy. Number 3, you need to look at the product. What is this that you're going to create? What will it look like? Will it be a software? Will it be a product that is tangible? Will it be a gadget? You'll need to look at the product and consider the product. Where will you get this product? Who is going to buy the product? Where are you going to get the product from? How much will that product cost? That would be number 3 of one of the things that you need to do or to consider when you're venturing into technology business. Number 4, the architecture. How will this product or the idea look like? What will be the architecture? What will it be built on? Will you require some different programming language to be able to develop your product? How will you structure the users? How will you structure the interfaces that you're going to create? Will it be an app, for example? Do you have the capacity to look at that, to create that kind of an infrastructure? How much are you willing to invest into that kind of an infrastructure, and how much it will cost you? Number 5, the team. You can't do it alone. You need people to work with you. You need people to take you from one place to the next. You need the right talent. If you're developing an app, for example, you require people who know certain programming languages. You might require people who understand different programming languages like Flutter, for example. if you're doing a product that will require some serious backend configuration, you need talents to do that. So you need to put up together a team that is able to take you through so that you can achieve your goal, you can achieve your dream, and your idea can come true. Number 6, go to market. After you are done with everything, you need to go to market. You need to come up with a go-to-market strategy, something that will make it easy for you to be able to go to the market easily. You'll need probably to understand the market better. You might need to do a new market research so that you can understand the market and how you can go to the market. And also ask yourself, is my product ready? So you'll need to test the product before you go to the market. You might need even to test the market through a piloting project with a few people. The last one, number 7. You have gone to the market, you have enjoyed everything, now it's time to scale up. So number 7 is scaling up. You need to scale up your product. You need to acquire new markets. You need to acquire new customers. You need to make more money. You need to advance your product and probably create new products for your idea. And because you're in the market, you will also have a lot of data that can help you to scale up. My name is Francis Njue, founder and CEO, HPASS Global. And this is Business Plus.
All right. Thank you so much for the 5 minutes tip. Imekuwa very educative. And I'm sure that people out there wameanza kufikiria, now I can do something about technology.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned something about making websites.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Website is the way of communicating to the people. So whenever you have a business, it's always advisable you have a website because that gives your business identity, credibility, and also easy for people to easily access you. So every business needs a website, every single business. And it's not hard to do a website. You don't need to be an expert to do a website.
All right.
So long as you have a business, there are so many web developers out there who can actually do a very good website for you. All you need to do is ensure that you have checked on the other website they have done, and please confirm that it's them who have done them. Then the second thing is to ensure that it's serving your purpose. You must be very clear on what you want your website to do, and then if the best thing that you can do is to ensure that that content that they have put is not copy pasted. Like if you're in a hotel business, they have not copy pasted information from another hotel. And then they have brought it to your website. You need to ensure that the content is very clear and unique to yourself.
Sawa. So for someone out there who wants to start such a business about technology and everything about it, what do they need to study? What background knowledge do they need?
Technology has different aspects. One is there's an aspect of techpreneurs. So techpreneurs are people who understand technology, but they don't have the technical knowledge for technology. So what they do is they have an idea, and then they get people who have idea, who have the technical knowledge to do it. It's like, for example, I want to make a bed. I don't have to be a carpenter. Just need to know the kind of bed I want, then go to a carpenter, tell the carpenter,
make this for me.
Exactly. So that is the one aspect, techpreneurs. But there are those now who know how to do it, and then they want to do it. So like the engineers now. So they can engineer something that they, using now the technical knowledge they have. So they have studied something like computer engineering or computer science, or things to do with computer knowledge like programming.
Sawa. So for HPASS, how do you make money?
Interesting. We are a service. We call ourselves system as a service. So system as a service, what that means is you allow people to use part of the system or some modules in the system, and they pay for it.
All right.
So what we do is we charge subscription fee. So you pay per month or you pay per use. For example, if you're doing one-off event, you don't only pay for that event. So we'll come set you up for the event. The event is having maybe 10,000 people. So we'll just charge you for that particular setup. And then when you're doing another event, you still can be able to create another event, bill you for it. And then
also, it will be a totally different one.
It will be a totally different one. So if it's a hotel like this one, for example, they pay per month.
Okay.
And then with that, they take the package that they can be able to access all the modules, because HPASS has different modules.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and for me to start such a business, how many employees do I need?
You might not need as many employees when you're starting. You only need to ensure that you only have the right team to start. One is the guy with the idea, and then the guy who is able to do it. Then the last one is the guy who is able to sell it.
To sell it. So we need like 3 people
Like
will be enough.
three people to just do what you need to do. So the guy with the idea, the guy who is able to do it, and then the guy who is able to sell it.
All right.
Yeah.
And what do you do to make sure that you always have clients? Like I believe for you to make maybe a QR code for Hillcourt, for example, hautakuja tena watengeneze QR code some other time. So what do you do to make sure that you always have clients?
One of the things that we do is to ensure that we do a very good work in one place. Like ensure we've perfected Hillcourt. So that whoever comes to Hillcourt will ask, who is doing this for you? And then, because there's nothing that beats the word of mouth. There's nothing that beats evidence when it comes to marketing. Second thing is you really need to go out there and look for clients. You need to tell people what you're doing, because you can't just do something and then
keep quiet about
it. You just need to tell people. Every morning, tell people what you're doing, and then ensure that people know that you exist. Lastly is you really need to be where business is being discussed. So ensure you are in forums, you are part of associations, you are part of even government knows that you're actually doing something, so that when they're even setting up policies, they can consider your system, for example, in data protection.
Okay. So for someone who's starting such a business, after ushamwambia everything and now he's ready to start the business, how long will it take for him or her to get where you are right now?
Let's start with patience. One, this is a very patience process. You really need to be patient, because you might have good strategies and plans, but they might not work tomorrow. So you need to always have a forecast of where do I need to be in 2 months, in 1 month, in 1 year, in 5 years. So that one helps you to scale. But mostly you'll find the startups like this one will start becoming profitable maybe on the 3rd year.
Wow.
So the first 1 to 3 years, you're just pumping in money, working on it, investing.
So you really need to be patient.
You really need to be patient.
Okay, and what's your target market?
Anywhere people are getting in and out, we are in business.
All right, that was so simple. So just anywhere people are getting in and out.
Yes.
Apart from, so you and your QR codes.
Yes, that's
so apart from that, with the websites, who are you targeting?
Website is not really our very main business, but we do it because of the demands that we get from a client. And in most cases, you find the people who are doing HPASS, who are taking HPASS, also consider us for website. So we have not really pushed so much into website, because that is not really our very core business, but it's something that we're still doing. It's giving us some revenue here and there. But bottom line is we're still not profitable as a company, because you're still a startup, but you're getting there.
All right. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
5 years, we want to do East Africa. And
in 5 years?
Yes, in 5 years. We want to have a presence in Rwanda, a presence in Tanzania, a presence in Uganda as well, and probably Addis Ababa in Ethiopia.
Wow. All right. So thank you so much. We are very happy to have you here on Business Plus.
Thank you.
And for everyone out there, you've seen it's very easy to make money with just using technology. Business is more than meets the eye. That has been HPASS, and this is Rachel Kahugu on the Business Plus.